How would you like to travel around the world to practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, meet some well-known fighters, play and drill with some other skilled folks? How would you like to see how the gentle art is taught on the different corners of the globe and how you can fight for a cause and help raise money to find a cure for cancer? The Humanities Mass Communication Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Mario Brand, to meet the new director.
Thank you for joining us today for today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 3 different productions. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the productions they are planning, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is an NCC student in the film and TV production course and a skilled Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter and an around-the-world competitor with many medals. We would like you to meet today's guest, Aline B. So we know you're a skilled Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter and had the opportunity to compete all around the world. Can you tell us about your most interesting competition?
Sure. One of my most interesting competitions was the Tap Cancer Out, Fighting for a Cure, where we had to raise money to help institutions who are doing research to fight for cancer, like the Lymphoma and Leukemia Society. It happened around April, and I was happy to be fighting not just for myself. I had to, in order to compete on this tournament, I had to fundraise to support the Tap Cancer Out. Tap Cancer Out is a non-profit organization raising awareness and funds for cancer-fighting organizations. The funds that I raised for the tournament, along with my fellow teammates and competitors, went to benefit the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. One of the things I love the most were being able to help others while doing the sport I truly love. You've seen some of the video of my fight at the Tap Out Cancer. I got a gold medal in this competition, and it was really fun.
That sounds very exciting. I can see the medals right there. Now, could you tell us why you decided to take the TV production course?
Yes. Well, I always had the curiosity about TV production, and I wanted to be able to learn how to operate the digital cameras and the tripod and use Avid professionally for editing, and also learn all the behind the scenes tricks and duties, and to be able to edit my videos in a more professional manner.
Okay, what are some of the most useful things you have learned in the course?
Well, learning how to operate the camera and the tripod was really interesting, but I must say that the most useful thing was the framing, the rule of thirds, the basic elements of lines of race, emotional lines, and mostly because I can apply those techniques not only for video, but also when I'm taking pictures on social gatherings and things like that.
Good. Now, can you please tell us about the action sequence, the full foliage project, and the orange projects you created?
Sure. Well, first was my learning project. What I had to do a sequence. It wasn't about anything in specific. We were just learning pretty much how to operate the tripod, the camera, and how to work with the actors and choosing a location. And to me, I think the most important thing on this project was to learn what not to do during my action sequence, because I was really excited about the sitting down shot, and I didn't get on my learning sequence, but again, I was able to just learn more and be able to do my next sequence. My second sequence was my action sequence. It was the library card. I created a storyboard. I sketched out the camera placement diagrams and a shot sheet. I used the basic camera techniques, include close-ups to really show what the action was taking place. And it was really fun. It ended up being my favorite one. The third was my New England fall foliage sequence. For this one, I used the rule of thirds, lines of grace, emotional lines, and framing techniques. I also used the camera techniques such the poor man's dissolve, shift focus, continuous zooms in and out, lines of grace, and finally I edited the shots, I added titles and music. Last but not least was my orange project, which is pretty much a demonstration of all the skills I learned throughout the semester, and such as framing, rule of thirds, lines of grace, shift focus, close-ups, shot sheets, diagrams, and all that good stuff.
That's fun. Can you please tell us about your best project?
Sure. My best project, as I kind of gave away already, was my action sequence. It's called the library card. And to me, I believe it was my best project. That's where I learned how to use the close-ups, add the titles, music, cut on action, and it was really rewarding to finally get a sitting scene right. We are listening to it now. And you can see I added titles, I added music, I used dissolve. There were clean entrance and clean exits, some close-ups over the shoulder. And you're gonna see pretty soon the cut on action. That right there is my favorite thing. Couple more close-ups. And at the end, we learn how to dissolve to black.
So you mentioned a variety of things you have learned in the TV course. What was the most interesting and important skill learned, and how do you plan on using them in the future?
Well, I would like to take my videos to the next level. I want to use my editing skills on my competition videos, since I'm not going to be the one shooting, of course, because I'm going to be fighting. But I want to be able to fix the videos on the post-editing part of it. And also, it would be very helpful for me since I work with public relations, marketing, and media. So to me, I'll have a better understanding of videos, and I will be able to give more professional insights about the videos in general.
So today we got to meet Aline B, someone who shared with us the wonders of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. As a new TV director, she hopes to apply what she has learned at NCC to document some of her competitions and have more knowledge about videos and movies in general. We would like to thank Aline for joining us today.
Thank you.
We hope you have enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you and good day.
Finalmente.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Mario Brand, directed by Sage Bryan. I am your announcer, Austin Brodsky. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.